Microphone. Okay, good, it works. I'll see you guys in 3 minutes. All right. Oh, just scooting in my chair. Doing some scooting. Let me turn down this music just a little bit. I have no idea. Hey, it's actually not that bad. Oh boy. Hey everybody. How are you all? I'm back. Hello, MZ, Arno, Gannon, lurkers. This is the weirdest ASMR. Of course it is. Of course it is. It's me. It's gonna be weird. So clearly my voice sounds a little bizarre. I did a lot of screaming. I did a lot of yelling. There were lots of loud places that I was in, and you know, I gotta talk to people. So I was talking like this the whole weekend. And plus everyone just got home, or like most people have gotten home already, and they're like, I'm getting sick. I have some sort of thing happening. I'm like, no, you poor people. Hey Mia. How was TwitchCon? I'll get there. The very, very short story is that it was great. It's always great. I'm like not ready for anything yet. It is appropriately gray outside. It's like a little bit dark and gray, and I'm just like, it hasn't like occurred to me that I'm home yet. Mostly because we got back at 1:45 in the morning. Hey Pandora, are you home? Matt? Thank you so much for the resub. Here is your royal salute. So yeah, we just got home really late last night because our flight was delayed. We almost missed the last train of the night. Like, we made it by 3 minutes. Yeah, when we got home, we were just like complete dead people. So we put on a movie, and I fell asleep, I think, in the first like half hour. And then this morning, I don't know, it was like taking me forever to do everything. I'm just, it hasn't hit me yet that I'm home. Like, Arno sent me a message. I haven't read it yet. I read, when I was in the airport, I read like half of a sentence, because that's what I saw in the little, like, you have a message notification display. And I started crying, so I was like, I can't read this right now. I can't read this right now. I feel like a zombie person. I feel like a zombie who's about to gain sentience. But I know that that sentience is gonna hurt. Yeah,
touch the butt. Ooh, we're gonna touch the butt. Ooh.
Beautiful bear, thank you so much for that, host. Not sick, you're perfect. Good. Yeah, it was really nice to meet you, Pandora. I'm glad that I was able to stop by and say hi. Been home all last week, mostly just reading, and I'm still reading. Oh, for school? I did a lot of reading on the book that I have, Caliban's War. It's the second in the Expanse series, which you may recognize even if you're not an avid reader, because they made a TV show out of it, which I haven't watched yet. And it's really good. I'm about 100 pages away from the end. But it's like, it's an almost 600-page book. So I did a lot of reading, because the flight was like 6 hours. Hey Nathan, how are you? Your throat's destroyed and you're exhausted. Yeah, I imagine. You're still reading the latest book? Yeah, I'm on the second one. P.S. How you like dat hype shrimp? I didn't eat breakfast. I was hungry, but I didn't want to eat, if that makes any sense. It doesn't really make sense to me, but I figured I'll have... this is full of apple cider. I figured I'd just have some apple cider to get like a little bit of sugar in my body. And then on my break, I'll get cereal. Not fully awake yet. I'm surprisingly awake. Like, I don't feel as like groggy as I normally feel. Hey, Joe! I'm not as groggy as I normally feel. But being in my room and in my chair seems like pretty surreal, so I'm just kind of like, I'm really dreading when reality hits. It's not going to be fun. I'm already tearing up. I'm like trying really hard. So I'm just not going to think about it. I'm going to tell you guys about how TwitchCon was and all that sort of stuff, but I want to know how you guys have been. Some of you I saw over the weekend, and that was lovely. And others of you, I've missed you. I've missed the ones of you that I haven't seen. Hey Smooth, that thing, how are you guys? Reading about the academic genre, and now I'm reading about the history of TV sports. Ugh. So yeah, I have one thing that I wanted to do before I went live. I just have to click a couple buttons on the mouse. And then we're gonna start drawing. Or not drawing, pooping. We're gonna start, coloring. I have this, Grumpy Cat coloring book. Fred's mom gave this to me for Christmas. First of all, I wasn't expecting any presents at all. And she gave me, like, a ton of stuff. It was all, like, small and none of it expensive, thank God. I would have felt really bad. But it was all, like, really thoughtful stuff. And I was like, oh my God, that's so nice. It was just so nice. So, I've got this Grumpy Cat coloring book. I haven't colored much in it. Yet. I did a little bit the other night. Just on the, like, this is the front page, and I don't know why I just did it there. So, you know what? I'll just show you this on the other screen. Give me just 1 second to do this thing. It's concerning the design by Human Store, which the meerkat design, I need to completely rework it. Maybe we're gonna end up with just a meerkat. The meerkat on the shirts that I got looks fantastic. But I'm not entirely happy with it, so I don't want anyone to buy it until I'm happy with it, so I disabled all of the shirts. Well, that's not how I meant it to go. Whatever, I'm just gonna save and exit. But you can still do, like, stickers and mugs and phone cases, because I think those look good. You're in a financial crisis, but you're good? Oh no! Don't transform into Zoidberg, sorry. MZ, if you ever get Bill Gates' skin to impersonate him, and you get all of his money, hook us up. Hook us up.
Need more skins. Gotta collect all the skins.
Okay, so that's taken care of. Let's get to drawing. It's gonna say Project Pencil, but that is not, in fact, what we're doing today. We're doing Grumpy Cat Colors the World. I really like this coloring book. Wait, you have 10 pounds till January and you can't take it out? Ooh. I just can't do laundry for 3 months. Okay. You could hand wash stuff in the bathtub. You could hand wash stuff in the bathtub. And look into getting a student job. You don't have a bathtub. Okay. Then the bathroom sink. Gotta have a sink. I don't think I could live in a place without a bathtub. Like, I just need it. I don't even take baths like that. So anyway, here's the coloring book. I've colored, like, a couple of pieces in the book. This is the page that has the most work on it. Maybe we need cardboard cosplay. This is bigger than my other book. Oh shit, and this is still, like, way up from before. Whatever. I gotta take care of stuff eventually in here. Just, like, I can't do it. But yeah, so I colored this previously, and obviously there's still spaces without color. But every time I look at it, I can't decide what colors I want. And this one I did with Sharpie because it was late at night, and my colored pencils were in the closet, which shares a wall with the bedroom. Fred was already sleeping, and I didn't want to go like knocking around in the closet and wake him up. So I did this one with Sharpie. We put the Sharpie on the beige. Used to always do 20 to 30 minute showers, and now that I moved out, I'm doing them in 5 minutes just because reasons. I love standing under like hot water and just... I hate getting into the shower and starting the shower. I'm like, I don't want to take the time to do this. I'm usually too cold. So I don't want to like undress and all that sort of business. But then once I'm in there, I don't want to get back out again. Let's pick a page to color. We've got this very unimpressed Grumpy Cat. This one looks a little melancholy. Another cool thing about this is that the pages are perforated, so you could like pull them out. Dat is fun. This fun. This one could be cool. Maybe I'll do this one. They're all really neat. They all have like a slightly different aesthetic. Just super neat. Ooh! Got cupcakes and donuts. I should have eaten some donuts while I was on vacation. Because now I have to get back to either working out or dieting. One of the two. I would prefer the working out. But I haven't looked at all the stuff that I have to do yet. I don't wanna. You feel too busy to shower? Oh no. There are a ton of things for me as it is. And I just got into the education committee. What's the education committee? While also working that manager position? Yeah, that's a lot of stuff. Sounds like sleeping. I don't want to go to bed, but I also don't want to get up. Exactly smooth. How about dieting out? Out where? Out of what? Ooh, sea creatures. I like jellyfish. Like aesthetically, I like the way they look. They're like kind of neat. I would work out / diet, but I'm already an Adonis, so I don't want to put everyone to shame. An Adonis. Leaf said that he had multiple people call him an Adonis. I believe they were all within our friend group. But Fred called him Adonis once. We were looking at pictures. He's like, who's that Adonis? He was like, that's not the first time I've heard that this weekend. Streamed 3 hours of Cuphead yesterday, so got that going for me. I saw in one of the Discords that you were really liking the game. That's fantastic. I'm glad that you brought it up. I was gonna ask how your streaming was going, because I haven't obviously I was a little busy. You believe those people were drunk? Must have been. Leaf is fucking ugly. I'm kidding. How about Grumpy Cat with burger and fries? So far, I like the ones with all the food. What does that say about me? I got this one. This one, I think... No, this one is full colored in somewhere else. Hey, John Pope. How are you? So we're going to pick a page to color, and then I'm going to get into the whole story of how TwitchCon was and what I did. Ooh, this one's got ice cream, candy, and water. Yeah, Leaf is pretty great. Seeing him drunk that one time was fucking hilarious. I've never seen him drunk. And he was just like a little kid without being obnoxious. He was just fucking hilarious. Just bouncing off the walls. It was super cute. Yeah, him drunk was like a pleasure. Kiss from a rose, grumpy cat. This one is way too finely detailed. I don't want to do that one. Dun 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 dun. This one reminds me of one of the panels I went to, oddly enough. Dice and cherries. Why are cherries associated with dice? Why that? Did you touch Day 9's butt like I asked? No, I've never touched his butt. But I did hug him. And I have lots of pictures that I need to upload. He already is a little kid. That's true. It's true. He was just, I guess he was more, he was less quiet. He was less quiet. It's kind of cool to look through all these. I don't know if I looked through all of them previously. Oh, this one has pizza and sandwiches and squirrely whirlies. Education Committee for Media, Science, and Journalism is made up of the head of the faculty, VIPs, who are scientific personnel, and selected students to ensure the quality of the programs and evolve the educations as a whole on both undergrad and grad level. What? That sounds like for sure. Oh yeah, they're on slot machines. Good educated guess. I'm gonna say that that's totally the reason. What a smart dude you are. I wish my school had an education committee. I kept like going to them and asking to like trying to talk about improving stuff, like to the head of my department, and just wasn't. I kind of like this one. Streaming is going fine. On Saturday, I streamed a few hours of Rise of the Tomb Raider. And the rest of the day, PUBG. 11.5-hour stream. Yeah, something that I've learned is that 6 hours is about my maximum. I used to six stream hours in a row, which is totally what I was saying. I used to stream 6 hours in a row, and I found that after that I wasn't able to, like, I started to lose focus. So. Hey, there we go. Limited shit. Limited shit. Yeah, that's awesome, MZ. Yeah, so I noticed that I just, like, I wasn't able to focus enough. So 6 hours is my max. Like, if I ever go long in a stream, once I hit 6 hours, I'm like, okay, I don't care what else I have to do in this game, or we're done now. Wasn't that bad? I've played video games all day anyway. Why not stream it? Yeah, some people are just able to go like that. And that's great. But I'm not one of those people. I am definitely not one of those people. I am having a really hard time picking out a design. I kind of liked that one, so I'm trying to hold on to it. We've almost looked through the whole book. I'm like moving real slow today. And my screen just fell asleep. I always forget on creative days. PUBG streams started out shitty with hackers, then turned pretty fun and funny when playing with viewers. That's awesome. Well, the second half is awesome anyway. Okay, this one looks fucking weird. I might just choose that one for the sake of... Ooh, I really like this design in the face. That could be super cool. Yeah, it's creative day. I'm not just bragging that I have a nice coloring book. My boyfriend's mom is super nice, and she got me this really thoughtful coloring book. Maybe I'll do these fishies. So far, the ones that I've liked, I'm thinking about these fishies. I'm thinking about this one. The weird hat. I'm thinking about this one with the fries. This one with the cup and cakes and donuts. And this, like, mod design one. Mod. Uber British. I'll get water in just a second. But I can't let go of the book with my other hand. Because it's marking the pages of the ones that I was thinking about doing. Alright. Bananas? Bananas? Only a couple more pages. Let's do... Then here's the one that was like the glossy full color. So I've got this fishy. There's a position on the committee as student representative, which has to do the above, and also take part in a meeting of the study committee that handles things like exams, assignments, etc. that are being investigated for plagiarism. If I volunteered for that position, I'd literally have students' futures in my hands. You're hungry? Go get food. I am not pucked out. So we have this one with fishies. I don't want to do this one anymore. This one with burgers and soda. This one with cup and cakes. And this mod one. What do you guys think? This is vote. Number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4. And then, I'll start coloring and I'll start talking about TwitchCon. I don't even know where to start. So I got there on Thursday. Me and Fred. Oh, also, by the way, what was 1 again? This one. This one was 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. But it looks like a lot of people want the fish. Mia's the only one who's like, I'm going to use the number system. There we go, John Pope said too. So we got there Thursday. We had a direct flight, which was nice. And we ran into Octea at the airport. She was still there when we landed in LAX. So we shared an Uber to the place. And, oh, yeah, I forgot again. So, you know what, I'll just tell it in the chronological story. Alright, I'm gonna do 4 then. I'm gonna do 4. The fishies. And so many of my friends were already at the motel, and I had to be like, don't touch me, because I got car sick on the way. Got car sick on the way there. So I just like needed a couple minutes of fresh air. And, let me move my mouse. Oh shit, I never ended up turning off my screen. Or like, telling my screen to not turn off, rather. There we go. Come out. I want to get these to come out without spilling. So then I got to hug a bunch of people. We dropped our bags in the room. And we went and got food at Rock Bottom. It was really good food. I ran into more people. It was just me, Fred, and Skylar for food because everyone had eaten earlier. Hi, Freddy Bear. Tommy, hello. Gannon. Gannon, hi. Oh, hey, it's that song that plays on Lecter's channel. I know, right? Thank you so much for that cheer, Fred. Mwah, 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 mwah. I get to kiss you later. That scared you? Yes. You can talk and cook? What up? Tommy, Fred, Gannon, Mike, hello and welcome. How are you guys doing? Oh wow, they zombified a lot of the emotes. Again? BB, again? Where are you getting these bits from? Thank you. Thank you, sweetheart. Thank you so much. So yeah, it was me, Skylar, and Fred at Rock Bottom. I ran into El Dirty Squirrel, and he was there with Murphy, his dog, and his wife was like away. I think she was sitting already. That's quite the demon dog there. And the food was really good, and we like haven't heard from Skylar in a year, so it was lovely to hang out with him. MD also, that's MD, not ND. MD, not Daenerys. Although I saw her at that same lunch. She and Puck Dad and DeGrape, who I didn't know was DeGrape at the time, and definitely not Kathy. They were on their way to get food somewhere else, but they stopped and said hi. But yeah, I got to say hi to and Jeezum Crow. And the girl that I think is his girlfriend. I've seen her like around in other conventions and stuff. I'm just arbitrarily picking a color here so I can get started. Hey Phenomena, how are you? Yeah. My voice is going. So tired, my whole body and my little brain have given up. I haven't even started coloring yet, and I've been live for 42 minutes. Just watched a bunch of ads and got really lucky. Yeah, man. Hey, Bear. How are you? I heard the word arbitrarily. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. Butt hash? What about that bone hurt juice? Ow, oof, my bones. Okay, where do I want this blue? I don't even know how this blue is going to turn out. Let's put it here. Put it here. So we got lunch. I got Cajun pasta, which was linguine with slices of sausage and chicken and shrimp, which I made Skylar eat, and it was seasoned and a little bit spicy, as if I had gotten jambalaya, which is the other thing I was looking at. So that was delicious. I had to get leftovers. And then we went back to the motel, and everyone was hanging out in the party room, and I got to meet Rhetorical Meow in person for the first time, and New Sunshine, because they had come over later in the night. We all, so that's what I did. That's what we did Thursday night, was just hang out in a motel room and like just people were drinking and talking, and I was having water initially. I ended up having just a couple drinks, getting a nice little buzz. But it was so great to just see everybody. And of course me, I'm like bouncing between like all of the people who are having conversations, and you know, trying to talk to everybody. And then some people had gone to sleep because with the time difference, they had gotten up super early, so they went to sleep. And then a group of us went to a nearby bar. It's just a couple blocks away, and hung out over there. I got to hang out with a whole different set of people. Like Norv and Vexus and Starbarf, and just like all sorts of people. You're watching Tales of Zestiria, the anime. It's an anime? That's singing welcome, doing well, work is dragging on forever, must play Destiny. Yeah, me and Fred pre-ordered it. Ooh! I have to remember, Fred, if you remember, or if anybody else remembers, Fred reserved Friendship Friday for the weekend. You know, I don't... And now that I'm remembering, I think I was gonna not do Friendship Friday, but whatever, I was too excited. I was too excited. He was like, hey, do you want to do Friendship Friday with me? We'll play through the campaign for your character. And I was like, hell yeah. But I didn't put it in the Discord yet, which is what I want you guys to remind me of. See, I can't function with my brains. I was gonna try and do that Plinko Bit thing at TwitchCon, but had no time. Yeah, the line was too long for me to get in it. Like I would have if I had spent more time on the expo floor, but I really didn't. I didn't look at everything on the expo floor. Like there was just not enough time. I did go to some panels. I took some notes. So yeah, that was Thursday night. And then Friday morning, I woke up and I had a message from the doctor. And for those of you who don't already know, I got the results of my biopsy, and it is benign. So for any of you who may have been worried, or just curious, that is the result. And they just want to keep an eye on it. So I have to go back for another breast exam in 6 months. And my boob is so bruised and so ugly. It is like that puke color bruise, like it's that greenish yellow. Yelling? I mean, I said I was yelling earlier because it was loud. You say yelling, is it like the yelling you do at concerts because everything's literally unhearable? Yes, exactly. Don't have to do it this week. Can make new characters for it whenever we want. Yeah, but I'm worried that you'll not be in the mood to do it later. So like I just want to do it this weekend. All right, Joe. Remember when you said we should remind you to eat on your break a week ago? Well, I'm reminding you. No, you guys were really good. You reminded me, and I did eat on that break. So thank you. Yeah, it's just a lady lump. Oh, it is 1 p.m.? So who was right? Was it me? Just teasing. Just teasing. But yeah, so my boob looks terrible. The lump is like really not that big. It's probably about this big, but since the biopsy, it's swollen. So like before you would have to like press. So for those of you who are men and have not done a breast exam on your girlfriend or wife when she's asked, so I'm just gonna do it on my hand. Like pretend this is a boob. You go around like this to feel it. You like push your fingers in like that to see if there's any like tissue that feels weird. Like to look at it this way: bigger boob, summon an even larger boob. So before you would have to like go like this and like push into the tissue to like find it, and now it's just like you can lightly graze the area and it's like boop. And I'm like, ugh. So yeah, my boob is all like bruised, and there's a like, and the lump itself is all swollen. It's pretty gnarly looking. Best rhymes in all of Denmark. You got it, MZ. Great rhymes. So yeah, that's. If you ever wanted to know how to do a breast exam, that's how you do it. But I think I'll have to see how it feels when the swelling goes down. Because I might just tell them to yank it out. Not that they'll necessarily do it. But if it's still causing me discomfort, and if they say, like, yeah, you'll have to come back for a breast exam every 6 months forever, and I'm like, no, just take it the fuck out. And hopefully a breast surgeon would be like, okay. You said it would be like 10 a.m. when the reset hits. I said 10 or 12. I couldn't remember like what time it was EST that they did it. Or maybe I was thinking it was 10 PST. Which would then be 1. Like, there's a reason that the number 10 was in my brain. But regardless, my point more was that I didn't think it was going to be midnight. And I was right on that front. Very fist-like boob, I know. I have many styles of boobs. I've got fist boob. I've got boobies.
We came to see naked girls.
You know. All sorts of shit. So anyway, I got that call Friday morning, so that was nice to know that at least one thing real life related is not anything that, like, I don't have to make any more appointments, except for, you know, the 1 in 6 months. I don't have to do anything else with that. Like, it's not an immediate thing that I have to then dive right back into when I get home. So that was nice. And obviously I'm glad that it was benign, and like, that's obviously also a good part. Okay, so this is also blue. And then we went to Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles. We ended up going 4 different times over the trip to that same place. It was so good. So I wasn't terribly hungry when I got up. So I just had a side waffle, and their waffles are thin. They're like, I'd say about 1/4 of an inch to 1/2 an inch. So I just got a waffle, and it was the perfect amount of food for me that day, and it was so good. And the chicken was really good. So the following day when we went there again, I got the chicken and a waffle. I did not put any syrup on the chicken. That was too weird for me. But the chicken was so juicy, and the skin was crispy. I'm not like a big fried chicken person, but this was really fucking good. And I also didn't realize that it was a chain. I'd never seen one before. What else did we do on Friday? Friday I went to a lot of panels. Hey, Collision! Hello, hello! Alright. Where's that sound clip from? What? Oh, Beavis and Butthead. I had to think about what sounds happened. Yeah, go make an appointment, John. Well, it's too late in the day for you, but like, write a post-it and put it on the bottom of your monitor, so that you remember to make an appointment tomorrow. I wanted to grab my little notebook so that I can tell you the panels that I went to. What's up, everybody? We're talking about TwitchCon, and I'm barely coloring, just hanging out with chat. Supposed to be moving this week. Okay, so the panels I went to were, and these are not like the proper names of them. This was a shortened name that I wrote down. Because some of the titles, while really creative, are either too long. Why do you keep saying ew TwitchCon? Get the fuck out. Like, what is that? What is that nonsense? Side Waffle? Is that a new side chick name? Yeah. Side chick and waffle. Does that mean you have a side chick and she brings you waffles? Because I would like that. That sounds nice. What do you mean you don't like TwitchCon? Have you been to TwitchCon? How do you, like... You like to make lots of statements that make no sense. And you never give reasons for it. So it just leaves me more confused. But anyway, so there's one about going full-time. And Chignators, who some of you know, he's in the Discord, he's in chat, he shows up in chat. Lovely person. He was on the panel. But a lot of it was less from the streaming side of things and more of like, as your business is growing and you want too many people. So that doesn't mean you don't like TwitchCon. It means that you don't like crowds. That's an entirely different thing. Snapping Panda! How are you doing? So that panel was about, as you grow your stream as a business, like financially, what are things that you need to look into, like having a business credit card and a business, PayPal account and stuff. Like consider getting a DBA or like a design, or not designed by humans, that's DBH. Doing business as, so you can sign things with your stream name and stuff like that, and because you weren't there. But again, that you don't like other stuff that has that's like not, it's not TwitchCon. And they also touched on, like, mentally what needs to change when you're at, like, they said, like, bronze level, silver level, and gold levels. So, like, bronze level would be where I'm at, where you're either streaming casually, as a hobby, or you're affiliate, or you're an affiliate, and, you're not making enough money to sustain yourself by any sorts of means. And they were talking about, okay, so mentally, what needs to change, like financially, legally. And it was just really, really informative. Like, my notes for the first TwitchCon were about, like, half the page of this. See, like, half this page. those are from the previous TwitchCon. These are from the panels I went to on Friday. But yeah, there was a lot of information. It was very, very informative. But it also created a lot of work for me, because I was not doing a lot of these things that I would need to do to save me a headache later. And I went to a panel on merchandising and branding, and like making, physical products to represent you, and that was really interesting. And I learned some stuff, and there were some things, like, there was a lot of stuff that they said, and I was like, I wish I had known this, or thought about this, rather, before I made all of my Design by Humans shirts. But I am really happy with Hype Shrimp. Hype Shrimp, it looks great. You're doing fine? Good. Want to hear alternative names for panels? People speaking to Mike's poorly. Womp womp. Yeah, Chickenators' panel was great. You don't take notes by live tweeting? Nah. So I went to those two panels. I went to Squirrel's panel on being a character streamer, and that was really interesting. And they also had a couple of moments where I was like, oh yeah, I never thought about that. Like, of course I can't remember it now because my brain sucks. Oh man. But there were some things to think about, and like tips for just streaming in general as well in there. I also went to Maximus's how to protect yourself on the internet, and that had a lot of information there that I didn't know. Not all of those panels were on Friday, but I did spend a lot of time. I feel like I went to other stuff. Was Kaiju Battle on Friday? Was that a Friday or a Saturday? Going for a coffee walk, you need anything? Can you come give me a hug? Yes, it was. Oh, okay, so I went to like 2 panels during the day. Oh, and the keynote was a fucking disaster. So the negative thing, but no, I don't need anything from the coffee store. Coffee store? One of the negative things about this year's TwitchCon was how disorganized it was. Like, it was embarrassing. Like, when you went to get into the convention center on the first day, like, we wanted to see the keynote, because in the keynote, they usually make a bunch of announcements on, like, new stuff coming to Twitch. And, they have a bunch of, like, fun facts and such. So there's, like, a lot of information. We wanted to go to that. Oh, and I got to see Dukes! So he was waiting with us in line, but, like, there were no staff around to tell people where they were supposed to enter, where they're supposed to line up, it was just a mob of people who had no idea where they were going or what they were lining up for. And the theater was full, so I'm glad that we weren't in the proper line to get into the theater, because we wouldn't have gotten in anyway. But Dukes went to scout stuff out, and he found a better entrance in. The convention center itself was also set up in a really bizarre way, and I didn't like it. You had to go outside of the building to get to certain areas. So you had to, like, leave and then go through security again. You had to go through the expo hall in order to stay in the building if you wanted to get to the place where the panels was. It was just, like, really shit. But I don't think that the Twitch staff had anything to do with that. I think that was the convention staff. And it was much better the second day, because everyone knew where stuff was at that point. But they actually had, signs telling you what these lines were for, and staff telling you where the end of the line was, and, like, kind of helping organize things. So we tried to watch the keynote in the designated overflow area, which was actually just the H1Z1 arena. So we couldn't hear the first half of it. And then when I found a spot where we could hear, like maybe 5 minutes after that, they cut the they cut the feed from the keynote because it was 2 minutes until they had the H1Z1 stuff going on, so they like had to leave it. Time to do science. Have a great day, everyone. All right, Collision. I'm so glad that I got to see you, albeit briefly. I hope you have a great day, and thank you so much for stopping by. I'm just trying to catch up on chat. Yeah, Chickenators is great. So back to Friday. Your voice was gone from Friday. Yeah, Fred and I were cheering so much for... So we went to the Kaiju battle, which is people dressed up as monsters, and most of them look like they came out of the Power Rangers, like you know how like weird and nonsensical those monsters are, then you'll have an idea. But that was a lot of fun. That was a fucking blast. But it was like people dressed up as monsters and wrestling. It was really fun. It was really fun. Burger Bear is the new Twitch Continental Champion too. Yeah, we got to see him take the title. Gonna head to the gym, then be back later. Alright, Joe, thank you for stopping in. Look forward to seeing you later. I have a new distaste for H1Z1 and it has nothing to do with the gameplay. Womp womp. That's really unfortunate. And it's like so not their fault. They like waited until the last minute. They had a countdown on the stream for when their the stuff for H1Z1 was gonna start, and the countdown started at 1:30. Like they waited so long. They tried their best. I felt bad. And like almost the entire like all the people who were in there were filing out. There's like just a handful left. Hey D-Man, how are you? Wormy! How are you guys? First thing I really wanted to see from TwitchCon. It was great. And they're doing another one. Like the Kaiju battle is coming to Massachusetts, which is not terribly far away from us. So I feel like we will probably go see it. We go to there. Just bought Lecta's birthday present. Is it exactly what I just thought it was? Only wrestling I like is bikini mud wrestling. Me too. I love seeing big hairy men in bikinis wrestling and getting mud stuck in their hairs. This is going to a weird place, and I don't even believe anything that just came out of my mouth. Just woke up, didn't know you were already back. Thought it'd be Wednesday for some reason. No. Tuesday. Did you have a good sleep? Honestly, I would watch that probably with Faust. Well, we all know his type. We all know his type of dude. It's hard for me to tell which pieces I'm supposed to color when the fish is in the way. Big hairy man with mustaches? No. Someone came in the apartment, so I totally lost my train of thought. Like Fred's handling it. There was a knock on the door, and there's somebody that we don't know in the house. So now it's my job to make as many weird noises as possible to make them super uncomfortable. Be like, whoa, I went in. They're gonna tell all their friends. Be like, I went in this one house.
What the fuck are you doing, Lecta?
Yes. You'd just see my feet and be like, I gotta just gleh, 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 gleh. You guys know exactly how to make weird noises. Or rather, I've given you the ability to make a lot of weird noises. And that's great. That is great. I was asleep, read for an hour and a half last night, so I fell asleep easily enough. Nice. More than you've read in a long time? Yeah, I read a lot. I mean, sitting on a 6-hour flight on 2 separate days, you'll read a lot. Oh, the first plane had Plants vs. Zombies. You know how they have the screens in the back of the chairs on a lot of flights now? They had Plants vs. Zombies, so I played that for a lot of time. Yeah, I've been going through what the I've only gotten up to Friday though. So I'm trying to think, what did we do after the kaiju battle? I think after the kaiju battle, that was when Squirrel's panel was after the kaiju battle. So we went to that, and then we went to go get dinner. Where did we go to dinner on Friday? It was just me and Fred because he hadn't eaten since morning. And he was starting to get all, like, loopy and lightheaded and not feel good. So, like, we booked it out at that point. We went to a place called Rebel Bites. And Fred had a really good burger, and we had garlic fries. Well, he had garlic fries. I tasted one. I got just a side of fries, and they were way, way over-salted. You know, it was one of those times when you're, like, scraping the salt off the french fries, and it's still too salty. So that was unfortunate. But ultimately not a big deal. And, we got to... It was like literally every night we just hung out in the motel room. That's just what ended up happening. Yeah, it was just like hanging out, chatting, having a couple drinks. I didn't get drunk the whole weekend. There was like one night, it was like Thursday night, I got a nice buzz, and then that was it. And I'm happy that was it. And then, let's see, what did I do Saturday? Cheese tots you got from the food truck looked real good. Oh yeah, that's why I only got the fries, because I got cheese tots. It tasted kind of like Velveeta cheese on the tots, which was good. And I like tots. I like cheese. I was not expecting to feel the one drink I had. It was weird. Yeah, I got to punch Arno. Because what's one of the first things he does when he goes to hang out with me? Makes a really terrible joke. Multiple times. Yeah, I punched him so hard that I knocked his lights out of his head. Just kidding. I like went like this. Hey Faust! How are you? So what did we do Saturday? Saturday, We went back to Roscoe's, of course, and that's when I got the chicken and the waffle, and that was great. Exhausted and at work. That sucks. That sucks, man. I'm gonna put this back. I'm ready for another color. How about this one? Sure. Looks good. Having withdrawals already from no Roscoe's. Yeah, right? Yeah, that was really good, but I couldn't finish all the chicken because it was a lot of chicken.
Touch the butt. Ooh, we're gonna touch the butt. Ooh.
Wormy. Touching the butt. But yeah, it was too much chicken for me in one sitting, so I wrapped it in a napkin and I took it back to the motel with me. And then we went to the convention center and we walked through. Part of the floor had little booths on each of the things that was announced in the keynote that we didn't get to see. It was literally like the woman on screen was saying like, we have extensions, we're unveiling extensions, and then the feed cut out and we were like, but what are they? So we got to learn about the stuff that was being improved and or stuff that is coming very soon, either like a week after TwitchCon, or like there was some stuff that was coming out in November. Do I remember exactly what those things are? No. But it was really cool, and we also took pictures of a bunch of QR codes because we're doing a scavenger hunt. And if you got 1,500 points, or if you're Trumpet, waiting on your flight, well, fly safely, Trumpet. How are you doing today? If you got 1,500 points, or if you're just Trumpet, I'm cool. You got this visor. So that was neat. If you got 2,500, you were supposed to get a swag bag full of stuff, which also, if you're Trumpet, you get a swag bag full of stuff. The sweet visor fits me. Oh, thank you. I was wearing two of them because Fred didn't have any room in his bag. So I was wearing two of them jaunty style like this on the whole way home. The whole way home. That does nothing to protect you from the sun. Nah, it just looks like you're about to hit the casino.
Play the penny slots.
And Trumpet was kind enough to... Don't be like that. I'm just teasing. I mean, it's true. It's true. They just gave it to you. They liked your face or something. I don't know. But Trump was nice enough to give me the beach ball that was in the swag bag, and I was super excited about that. Got really, really excited. But they ran out when by the time me and Fred had gotten there, which was we went on Sunday to try and get them because we got 2,500. And they had ran out just a half hour before we got there, which was kind of a bummer, but that's okay. But the rest of Saturday, after we did that, we started walking around the show floor a little bit with no real like direction. I went to go see Pandora and got to talk to him for a while, and that was really cool. I missed something that John Pope said. Let me scroll up. We're preparing to install an optical internet network. And now I need to move. No! Silly ass hat. That's not an ass hat. Oh gosh. Protects from the salt. Protects from the salt. I looked like someone's yesterday. The outfit that I was wearing, because I was also wearing the visors. Oh, we also got fanny packs. We got fanny packs, which are actually like really nice. Let me show you guys these things. This is gonna be like the least productive stream, but I really don't give a shit. You got salty last night? For what? Were you playing Heroes? You like the purple visor with the blue of the border around your windows? Oh, like the color, like this color. Bloop, bloop, bloop. Oh, Fred started using Spotify. That's why the music did not continue. He's listening to Lonely Island. It's funny. I'll just put it on YouTube for a little bit. Yeah, it's a nice shade of purple. Yeah, it looks really good. I mean, that's kind of the scheme of my starting and ending, right? It's the light blue and the dark purple. It's like I like the aesthetic, clearly. So I got So here's the beach ball, which like it feels really nice. It says TwitchCon 2017. It's like a semi, like it's an opaque purple. I will probably blow it up later so that I can play with it for no reason. And here's the fanny pack that they gave us. It says TwitchCon on it. It's got a little front pocket, and it's got a little cheeky kappa. You unzip it, and there's a little kappa there. And they also had these in all of the all the fanny packs. Turn up on G Fuel. Anyway, and it has glitch on one side. And this little spout. There's nothing in it right now because I had to take it in my luggage, but this was super useful. I had kept a bottle, a thing that I had orange juice. Inflate it right. I'm not inflating it right now. Get out. There's like some little bug. I don't know how he got in here, but he was like sitting in my cup. Like, this cider is not for you, you asshole. You gonna blow those balls? I'm gonna blow that ball. Is that where you put your fanny in? Perhaps. Most gave me a TwitchCon sketchpad. That's awesome. There's a lot of really cool stuff. Yeah, after I saw Pandora, I got to go around and look at some of the art. And then I was going to go to a panel, but ran into Heroes of Fitness, so I had to stop and say hi to them. See Tim and Nicole. I didn't get to see them a lot, but I got to run into them twice. Which is always a pleasure. They're just so nice. They're just so nice. I unfortunately didn't get to go to their panel on gaming and health and fitness because it was during the kaiju battle on Friday. I'm doing my best to stay chronological here, but it's difficult when my brain is not functioning that well. Friends wanted to play Heroes and I was tired. Down 2 levels on Black Hearts, pissed as hell. Put on my big boy hyper carry Vala pants. Ended up making a huge comeback. I get MVP. We just had a cool epic Halloween horse. Nice. I'm pouting at my desk because tired and I didn't want to put in work to win the game. I understand that. So, like, there's sometimes it's really like, you know those games where you win, but it doesn't feel like you win because getting there was so fucking frustrating? Those don't feel good. Senor McOol. Your alcohol tumbler. Yeah, they came with these little like plastic. They came with this inside. Supposedly so that you could fill it with G Fuel and like put it in there and like it's supposed to help mix it and like shake the thing, but clearly it was also used for alcohol. I like to avoid touching my butt the entire weekend. No, don't say like that. I did not avoid you at all. I'm sad that we didn't get to hang out or even like say hi. I feel bad about it. I basically didn't, unless I ran into somebody, like organically, I didn't really get to see anybody who I wasn't already like staying with. Yeah, I heard the VOD wasn't working for the Hoff panel. I mean, I guess it's not a Hoff panel, but it's a Hoff panel. I can recap their fitness presentation for anyone who needs it after work today. Yeah, sure. Yeah, everyone was sitting. There was a lot less butt touching because most of us were like sitting down. Well, not me. I kept bouncing around, but you know, I can't touch your butt if you're sitting on it. Went on an impromptu trip to Barnes & Noble and Half Price Books this past Friday. Picked up a book called Self-Esteem, and one of the things it asked me to do is note every time I have a negative thought about myself.
We're gonna touch the butt. Ooh.
I feel like doing that greatly reduced the amount of negative thoughts about myself because I was too busy paying attention. That is a really interesting like side effect of that, but that's the best way. If something is bothering you, and it doesn't even have to be like feelings wise, like keep a journal of that stuff. When I was in college, I took a relaxation class and we had to keep stress journals. So we had to, and I'm sorry that someone said that they hate this word, and I feel like it was Arno. But stressors, or maybe it was MZ. I can't recall. Somebody in here did not like the word stressors, and it stressed them out. So I apologize. But every time you got stressed, you had to write down like what you did when you got stressed. And that doesn't mean stuff that you did to fix being stressed. But like when I was in college, I would get stressed out and I would put my hand on my forehead. And I would wonder why my skin was breaking out. It's because I'm putting my grimy little hands. Hand oils do not belong on face oils. You gotta keep your hands off your face. So that I didn't realize that I did that until I was like looking for like, okay, I'm feeling really stressed right now. What am I doing? Like, what is my body doing? Where am I? That sort of thing. And so because I was aware of it, I was able to stop. Like just becoming aware of a thing it makes it so much easier to try to not do that thing, whatever it might be. So I'm definitely a big fan of like, if you are trying to focus on improving a section of your life, but you're not quite sure where to start with that, keep a journal of like your experiences when that thing is happening. It's totally worthwhile. For sure. They accounted for the greatest single majority of the panel. Well, yeah, there are two people. And everyone else was one person. Or do you mean the people in the audience were there because they were there, which I don't doubt. Also, most people were sitting. I tend to be up and moving and dancing or laying. There's a lot of like lounging because we were just in a motel room. Like there was a single chair in the room. Everyone else was like around the bed or like standing, you know, with their backs against something. It was not a butt touchable environment, but it was fun though. Increased odds of butt touch. Also severely inebriated. You were quite. All right, I think Fred is home, so I can use the Spotify again. There we go. We got music. Got music back. I notice the times I mostly get negative about myself is when I see or talk to someone I'm really attracted to. Really not any other time. Huh. So your perception of yourself, like you are trying to put yourself in someone else's head and imagining what they must see, which is clearly a distorted view of yourself, but you don't have a distorted view of yourself until you're put in that situation. Or you're not. That's interesting. At the very least, this is a learning experience, which I always find valuable. I'm trying to think what else I did on Saturday. I think we just hung out in the motel room. Yeah, because we were gonna go to the party, the Twitch party, which was on the Queen Mary, and they were gonna have haunted houses and carnival rides and stuff. But like we all got dressed up and ready to go. But we heard that the lines were insane. And that that was weird. Yeah, the music keeps getting paused, and I think it must be because Fred's not home. Oh, yeah. Okay, he took over again. That's totally fine. Not a big deal. Yeah, I think he was trolling me a little bit. It's totally okay. It's his Spotify account that he's kind enough to let me use. So I just deal with it. I would like, if I knew that he was going to be using it longer than just the time that he's out of the house, I would switch over to YouTube so that we can listen to something. But he's only going to be using it for like another 10 minutes, so it's not worth me stopping to pull up YouTube. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh yeah, so we heard the lines were super long, so we were like, we'll just wait. So we hung out in the motel room waiting. And then, yeah, I was like, everybody gone? Should still Spotify me while I'm out walking. It didn't say that you were playing the music anymore. It said that it stopped, so I thought that you were not using it. So I started playing it again. I literally just, I thought that you were done with it, because the green line went away and it said the song wasn't playing any longer. I'm sorry, baby, I love you. And then, like, we kept checking Twitter to, like, see updates on the line and whatnot. And Nate found a post from someone who was like, I waited 2 hours and got turned away. So we were like, well, clearly we're not going there. But that was the other shitty part of the convention. Was that, like, they included the party. The price of the party was included in the ticket. And they're like, you get free entry if you have a Saturday ticket or a 3-day ticket. Or a 3-day badge to the convention. And then they were turning people away and not letting them in. Talking to cashier, you ass. I'm sorry. I didn't realize. Take the music back. Getting off data. This is probably 2 gigabytes already. Be back soon. You can have Spotify. Okay, baby. Love you. Oh, Wormy, when me and Fred were looking at the art, I was for the ones in like there's a gallery set up. And you know, those are not physical people sitting there. It's just like a piece of art on a wall. So I was going through and taking pictures of like they had QR codes on the wall, but I don't have a QR scanner. I wonder if you could have done the networking thing with the app. I didn't even think of that. But I just took a picture so I could see like their Twitch name and then a part of their art so I could remember, you know, which one was which. And I was like, the Lady Maya. I was like, why does that sound familiar to me? I was like, oh yeah, that's Wormy's friend. But I like totally recognized the name because of you mentioning her. But I took a picture of her art because I liked it. I was like, ooh, that's really pretty. I have so many people to check out now. So many people. I still have the people like, okay, so for example, my friend Borum, he's a day-night. I've known him for probably about a year now. And I still have not been to his stream. I am the worst person in the universe. I still haven't been to his stream. I'm a bad friend. Lady Mayo. Speaking of Mayo, Nate, who is one half of LeMayo Show, was walking around eating a jar of mayonnaise. And he was getting a lot of weird looks. But no one was brave enough to come up and talk to him. It wasn't actually mayonnaise, it was pudding that he put in a mayonnaise jar. But it was really clever and quite funny. And actually we have a Mayo emote because it's theirs. It's on BTTV, but I activated it. Like I added it to my channel so that we have a Mayo emote. I'm just gonna pause that because Fred's not back yet, and that's what he was listening to. And I will also get I'll get muted. There he goes. He took control back. I don't know why it keeps flickering in and out. It never does that. Friday. My group were waiting a good while in the lines to get to the con day one. Yeah, good to see plenty of people in line. There wasn't much in the way of indie booths all con, which was slightly disappointing. Yeah, I didn't get to see many of the actual, like, regular booths that were there. And the trolls trolled back. The networking /hunt was a QR code scanner. Yeah, I knew that it was involved, but I didn't know. Like, I wasn't trying to add them to my network, you know what I mean? Like, I just wanted to know their names so I could find their stream later. Or their art. And mostly the art. I don't need more people to watch. Which I'm probably going to have more people to watch. Or I'm going to have more people that I click the follow button for. And then I won't see like half of them because there's so much overlap and only so many hours in the day. She was there too. Glad you got to see her art. Yeah, it was really, really good. She paints and plays video games. Nice. When you click on the same thing to add people, networking wise, it would have added to your score for the scavenger hunt. Yeah, I had 2,500 points though already. And I wasn't even thinking about it. I was so involved in just looking at the art. Painting is such a cool medium. I feel like I'm super biased towards painting, like in a positive way. Like, it can be a really shit painting, and I'm like, ooh, just because it's paint. Silly. Borum was great. Nate was great. Arno was sexy. Sure. Bear also frequents Maya's chat when she's on. That's where I know I'm from. Oh, nice. Yes, I'm sure that he can, but I don't think he meant to relinquish control. Doink, doink. Sorry, Dad. He was singing all the songs from the movie Pop Star, which is like starring the Lonely Island guys. All weekend. All fucking weekend. Because we watched it right before we left. And so it was just like in his head, and he kept pulling up the music and singing it. He also kept pulling up Told You So by Paramore. Or not pulling up, he was just singing it verbally, and then therefore I was singing it fucking constantly. I relentlessly hit on Leaf while drunk. Yes. Yes, you did. You did indeed. You can neither confirm or deny. Oh, I can confirm it. I can confirm it for sure. See, like, it stopped playing again. I'm like paranoid. I don't wanna take control. He'll yell at me again because he's the meanest. No, Fred is super nice. I got to spend more time with Fred this weekend, which is always nice. It's like our schedules are just so opposite. It's really difficult for us to actually sit down and spend time together. So it was really nice to get to spend time with him and like talk to him and not have to be like, okay, let's decide what we're doing for dinner. And like, how was your day? Oh, your day was shit. Okay, I'm sorry. No, he doesn't come home and say my day was shit unless it was like a really horrible day. But like, it's just an example. But I usually tell him about, like, that was more for me. I'm like, my day was shit, which I don't actually mean. My whole day wasn't shit because, you know, I'm streaming in the morning, which I love. And then after I'm done streaming, I start doing stuff that I hate. So then when he gets home, I've been doing stuff I hate for like 3 hours. So then I'm all cranky when he gets home. I'm just like, let me tell you about all this stuff that's going on with me. And he's like, I just want to relax for a minute. I'm like, okay, but then let me tell you about all this stuff once you relax. It's shitty. Well, yes, Leaf is very tiny. I know this is the wrong song, but you mentioned Paramore. I knew it. Just let me cry a little bit longer. I can't do it. I ain't gonna smile. I don't want to. Amen, we all can be like you. I wish we were all rose-colored too, my rose-colored boy. Low key, no pressure, just stay with me in my weather. If the cat snoot's not pink, you're doing it wrong? Well, it's definitely not it's not gonna be pink now. Not every cat has a pink nose. Oh, there was a cat in the motel room next to us. It's adorable. So glad I got to meet Fred. He's an awesome dude. Yeah. Quite happy it feels like I didn't catch con plague. I don't think I did either. I think my throat is just overused. And I think a couple days of not yelling will help. Alright, he's back. He's back. We can continue now. Is he gonna pop in and say some shit?
We're gonna have the Spotify!
Thank you.
How was the catchphrase verse?
Let's
Gotcha, bitch. Boo! Or something. I don't know. Hey, everybody.
Love you too. Dropping that song in chat is pretty much an audio command at this point. That's true. The Airbnb that me and my group were in was only a 5-minute walk from the convention, which is stupid great. Yeah, that's pretty good. We were like maybe a 7 or 10-minute walk from the convention center. I tried to get an Airbnb, but Long Beach didn't have anything that was big enough because we had 15 people. We had 15 people staying with us, so there's just not enough room in any of the Airbnbs close enough, and I wanted to be able to easily get to and from the convention center, because nobody likes lugging shit around. So let's see. I stopped on Saturday. And what did we do? I didn't go to any panels on Sunday. I feel like I went to at least one panel. Maybe I didn't. We walked around the show floor a bit. Oh! Sunday morning was the day night, or I guess day 9, unofficial meetup. So not like the meet and greet where you stand in a line. But I got to meet a bunch of day nights that I hadn't previously, and that was super fun. Got to see Sean for a little bit, and got some great pictures that I will upload probably to Twitter later. And then we waited like 10 million years for Skylar and Nate to have dinner. We went to breakfast with like the whole group. But me and Fred didn't really eat because we were waiting for Roscoe's again. But got to talk to a bunch of day nights. We talked to Dota. It was great. I don't remember what the place was called, but they were super, super nice. It was like just a small diner. And they were like, they're so willing to accommodate a group of like 18. It's kind of ridiculous. And they like seated us right away too. They're like, here you go. It's like, wow, you guys are awesome. And I walked in carrying Starbucks and I didn't even realize that I had it. Oh, I tried, surprise, why is your name red? Weirdo. I tried a pumpkin spice item. I had pumpkin spice chai I had never had any pumpkin spice, ever. Lecta needs things big. Yeah, especially friend groups. Went for a 15-minute walk. Almost got in a fight. Guy didn't like that I was walking across the street when he wanted to go. Ew. 9 with a couple plus ones, but it went pretty well. Yeah, I want everyone to be in one location. So, like, the more people, the better for me. Hey, Surprise, how are ya? Oh, yeah. That's a good appropriation of the Patton Oswalt quote. But yeah, then so after we went to breakfast, even when we didn't eat, we, I got an orange juice, and we tipped, like, 25% because they were super nice. And then we waited, for Skylar and Nate, to be done at the convention center, and we got Roscoe's again. And I tried grits for the first time, and I was not impressed. But I got to live out my grit eating fantasies. I would try cheese grits, but basically it didn't taste like anything. Like it was just a texture. There was no flavor to it, even though they put a ton of butter and I mixed up the butter and That morning was the start of my downward energy spiral, right? So yeah, we briefly went. So then after that, we went to the talent show, and that was really great. Something that I missed from college, I don't miss a whole lot, but something I missed from college is that I used to have to go for specific classes. I'd have to go and see performances, mostly like dance performances. So like the other acts were really good as well, but for me it was like a nice treat to see dancing. It was really cool. Yeah, the talent show was great. And then after that, I had to say bye to Rhetorical Meow and to Bluebird and New Sunshine, and that was really sad. Like, I didn't realize so many people were leaving on Sunday. And, like, Chignators left, like, while we were, like, at the talent show, so I didn't get to say goodbye to him. Like, so many people left on Sunday, and I was surprised because I didn't know that they were there. Nicole, hey, how are you? I didn't see you there. Eric was at breakfast. Yeah, I was sitting across from him, so I got to talk to him a bunch. That was super nice. Yeah, Roscoe's is so good. We went 4 times. Got a side of bacon and an egg, then Roscoe's, yeah. Gangnam Korean barbecue? That sounds good. Oh, Long Beach Cafe. That's why I didn't remember what it was, because it was generic as fuck. Octavia called ahead, so that's why we're seated fast. Oh, I didn't realize she called ahead. Because it sounded like when we walked in, that it was like, how many do you have? And then we were counting, and we were like, you can split us up, and they were like, whatever. Yeah, you were confused. Went to Islands right across the convention center with Fox and a couple of other mods of her channel. It was pretty good. Nice. You miss PJ? Aw. Oh yeah, she came in. I got to meet her. She came in while we were at Long Beach Cafe. Like, came up and said hi. And that was really nice. Got to see her for a little bit. And as we were leaving, I ran into Tilly and Timb. Not to be confused with Tim Lum. That's why I say Timb with a B. And Gary. I feel like I'm missing somebody. So I apologize if I am. But we stopped and hung out with them for a little bit while they were waiting for their table. And it was just it was good shit. It was good shit. And what else did I get? Oh, I got the chili at Roscoe's. Chili and rice. That was really good. This song always makes me think of Transistor, but it's just Blue Stolly. Like, I always glance over and I'm like, what song is this? I'm like, oh yeah, it's Blue Stolly. So yeah, the talent show. Oh, and then we had that dinner fiasco, which I'm not even gonna bother going into. Basically, the service was shit. We were sitting there for 3 hours. But I had this really nice beer called Dog Ate My Homework. It's a blackberry saison. It's like really, really good. And I really wish I had more of those. Yes, me and Fred watched it before we left. I can honestly say that it's the only comedy show that I cried during. Nothing worse than bland grits. Skyla said that they were good, and she's from Alabama, so I trusted her. After drinking Saturday night, exercising, showering, before napping, around 4 a.m., getting up at 7:30 and grabbing tea before running to Con Center, finding the meetup spot for everyone. Yeah, you... And that was after drinking all weekend, being a no-sleep beast, yeah. Yeah, I got to say goodbye to Bluebird, but I didn't get to say goodbye to Chickenators. Or Liz. There were a bunch of people that I, like, missed saying goodbye to. Maximus for Bumble. I said goodbye to Bumble because she, like, kinda... Like, when she was going up to the room to get her stuff, she, like, said goodbye to me. And then I intended... She was like, oh, I'll get my bag and come back. And I was, like, so dead, and I was trying to figure out... I had, like, room organization stuff that I had to take care of, so I was, like, trying to do that. While being really upset from not only dinner, but the fact that, like, after dinner, so many people were already gone and that I didn't expect, and it just hurt me. It hurt me. Boarding my plane right now. Fly safe, Trumpet! I went to blow you a kiss and then also do heart hands, so I kind of just, like, did this at you. Yeah. How's Islands? Yeah, Demon said it was tasty. Tasty. Yeah, I'll keep that in mind for when I never go to Long Beach. Yeah, I didn't think the special was bad by any means. I was also just feeling really shitty. Blue cheeseburger. It's quite nice. I'm trying to give you money. Help me out. Is everyone else having trouble hearing music? Turn up the mids. Yeah, Blue Stolly is good. Yeah, the Patton Oswalt special. Blind Donkey was a little warm of a venue since it was a basement, but the drinks were fairly cheap, while tasting like they were mixed by a high school. Yeesh. Yeah, we stepped in there, walked around, and then left. We, like, because the bar was, like, in the middle, so we, like, came in, walked around, got to here, and then immediately turned back out, and we went someplace else. But that was, Thursday? I'm trying to catch up on chat. I'm bad at this. Yeah, you do get drunk quick, but it's not a pleasurable experience. Hung with Lecter. Yeah. So, after we got back from dinner and everyone was kind of like packing and, you know, doing that sort of thing, I was supposed to hang out with Leaf, but he passed the fuck out. So I ended up having a beer outside of Faust and Octea and Skyla, not Skylar. We had a Skyla and a Skylar staying with us. I'm glad I got to meet her. She was the only person that I didn't know beforehand, but Chickenators knew her, so I felt comfortable inviting her to stay with us. She was awesome. But yeah, when she got home, she had been out at a club, and I was just like sitting outside her room sketchily. I was just sitting outside her room when she got back, and she was like, oh, let me see if they're awake. And Octea and Faust were still awake, so I went in and I got to talk to them. That was nice, having a little like wind down. So, but I was up until like 4. Like, just back, bitches. Garrick is back. How are you? Top 3 fave moments of the week. It was really nice. I was glad. I was really glad that I got to have like a nice little like intimate conversation. It was definitely a treat. And then Monday was the day that everything got poopy because I had to leave But we went to breakfast with a small selection of us. We went back to Roscoe's. I got another waffle, and it was really nice. But everyone was subdued because we knew we were leaving soon, and then we had to get in the Uber and go. But it was kind of nice because Nate.
Buy yourself a hot dog.
Thanks, Dad. Here, buy yourself a hot dog. Thank you, Dad. I'll buy a hot dog. There go the hot dogs. That's awesome. This is old. Oh yeah, that stopped at the on the 18th, didn't it? But that was right before TwitchCon, and you know what was going on. I'll turn that off right now. I just have to delete that one. Thank you for reminding me. All right, get out of there. All right, cool. Fixed. We fixed it. I don't know why I just remembered it. There's a guy at con that had a mod sword, like a legit acrylic sword that glowed green. Cool. I wanted to take a picture with it so badly, but they said it was dropped and broken and barely being held together, so I was too afraid to break it worse. But you could have taken a picture of him holding it. That's what I do. Might need to make one so I can take it to the next con. It wasn't that much of a wall. That's cool though. I saw that picture of Leaf passed out. It was adorable. Yeah, he was pretty adorable. Tabbed away for a second, heard a scream. Felt pretty sure that couldn't be Lecta for voices worn out. Oh, I could scream like that. But that is actually a recording of me. 11:18 free on my calendar. Okay. Alright. Oh, that's perfect. Because it's a Saturday. I don't stream. Awesome. I'll think of more. Yay! Oh, I'm excited. Oh, yeah, I saw this picture. Okay, so first of all, I loved this picture. This was the... Oh, yeah, Dan. I got to hang out with Dan. So this is the bar that I mentioned that we went to Thursday night. But yeah, I love this picture. Not only because it's super cute and, like, I know all the people in it, but because it's super 90s. And it just makes me really happy. Get in that ass. Get right in it. And it's even funnier because you're sitting on his lap with that shirt. Isn't it so 90s? I love it. Alright, I think I'm gonna make this purple as well. Isn't Fred's mom thoughtful? I told you guys that she gave me this this coloring book, but she also got me these twistable colored pencils. I just thought I thought it was so thoughtful. Some welcome back bits and a hug because I missed my elected friend. I missed you guys too. Thank you so much for those bits. I'm glad to see everybody. I'm really glad to see everyone. It's weird how quick I got super comfortable with anyone. You knew us already. Going to walk Bud before it rains. Love you. Love you too, Dad. Go mush a little buddy face for me. Mush his little face. And don't let him get dirty rain mop feets. Yeah, with our group especially. It never happens to you? I mean, but you knew a lot of us beforehand, so I'm not that surprised, but I'm glad. I'm glad. Especially if that's not your typical experience. It's too welcoming and whacking to not feel okay just being however you want. Yeah. I'm really happy. Of course, I would have preferred to like hang out with people outside of a tiny room more often than we did. But it's just too important to me to like be with people, so it didn't matter that much. I just wanted like a chair to sit in and also like dancing. I mean, I didn't get to dance. I mean, I danced anyway, but like I didn't get to go dancing. We are all melded together, the power of friendship and alcohol. It's funny, you kept trying to get people to have drinks on the Thursday. You were like very politely. You weren't trying to like push anyone to have a drink, but you like wanted to make sure that they knew every single option in the room. And that was funny to me. I just had water for a long time though. I needed it. I was super dehydrated. Whacking? No, wacky. But I only knew you by sight and trumpet. I knew everyone else by tag, and I'm usually a really unsocial person, so it's nice to be able to be myself. Yeah. I liked you being yourself too. Mostly alcohol. Basically alcohol. Yeah, I got to have a few beers, like, but I didn't go crazy alcoholically speaking. I was just more interested in hanging out, but I don't feel like... So, I know that I've talked about... This song is way louder than all the other songs. Like, all the other songs were of a different volume, I feel. Needed to be a revolution of some sort. A dance revolution, but not one of those fake dances. I mean a dance revolution. Oh boy. I think they had one. They had DDR set up somewhere. I don't remember where. Or was that... Am I thinking of when we went to the amusement park, Fred? I don't remember. What was I saying? I was saying something... Oh, yeah. Like... So I've talked about the concept of social batteries. And how a lot of people who are introverts need to recharge their batteries by being alone, like being away from people. Like being with people drains their social batteries. Despite it being, fun and they're having a great time, it's still like takes all their energy. Whereas me, I gain energy by being around other people. My social batteries are charged by being around other people. And streaming helps with it, for sure, but it's not quite the same. It's not quite the same. A lot more of the interaction is riding on my shoulders, and it was really nice to be in person and just be able to still be a part of everything, and like getting to know everyone and like hearing their stories. And I was just able to sit there and not say anything if I didn't feel like it. I didn't have to like create things to say. Like you can sit in companionable silence in real life rather than whereas streaming, you can, but you always have to think about, is this a point where someone new is going to come in and they're going to sit there for 30 seconds and I'm not saying anything, so they're going to think this is the entire stream and leave. You always have to keep that in mind. I'm trying to be a lot more outgoing and personable. I'm over being unsocial. Well, you are a wonderful person, and I had a really great time hanging out with you. So I would say that being social suits you. Double lol. There was a knockoff DDR at the amusement park. Happy Dancing Fun Civil War. It's weird, my social batteries run out. I had a different kind run out, but not my social one. Interesting. Kept having moments where people were like, who? And then I saw my badge and lit up like 4th of July. Yeah, I had no idea what you could possibly look like. So like I walked in Thursday and you gave me a hug and I hugged you back, but I had no fucking idea who you were. And then you told me who you were and I was like, oh! And But yeah, you didn't bother like saying, like describing yourself. Other than your height. You mentioned your height before then. Extroverted. Well, yeah. I have LiPo batteries and they exploded years ago. But yeah, that's part of being an extrovert is like I need to be around people to recharge my batteries. And while I got some energy from that, I didn't get nearly as much as I needed. Especially this year, because you guys all know I've been going through some rough shit in the last, like, even just the last couple weeks has been like an overwhelming amount of crap that I have to deal with. Some of it big, some of it small. None of it stuff that I want to deal with. I thought it was real. Theater mode on the black background. TwitchCon 2017 badge blends into the color of your name. Oh yeah, it does. It totally does. Introducing myself as Demented Demon felt pretty natural. I rarely use my IRL name. Same thing. I got weirded out when a couple of my Twitch friends tried to introduce themselves to other people and use their real name, and I was like, don't. No, that's not who you are. I don't mean to make anyone jealous, but I got a lap dance from Faust. Shit. I didn't, like, apple cider. Just hold the expression from your avatar and hope people recognize you. Just forever. You're not allowed to speak or make any expressions. No laughing. Just smile. Just closed mouth smile. You're not allowed to do anything else. Just held my badge over my crotch and made people look at it. One silly as hell thing I heard from Twitch. Handing out the typoed affiliate badges. Yeah, some of our people had their real names on their badges and they had to get it fixed. I would have been furious if it had my real name on there. I would have been like, are you fucking kidding me? I was lucky though. After the weekend, my parents called me by my IRL name, and I what-faced for a second. Oh, it said affiliate instead of their names. No, I didn't see that. But I did see that instead of their screen name being printed on the badge, it was their real name. It happened to multiple people in our group, and I was like, hot damn, glad it wasn't me. Oh, and we also, so in the motel room, we did a lot of, singing loudly. We did a lot of loudly singing and listening to very silly music. It was great. It was really great. But I basically spent like half the time in a single motel room. Mom, stop! I might get DDoSed if you use my real name. Or wear a name tag. Nah. Name tags are too easy. Too easy for Arteezy. I also recognized oh, and I got to see Spoon at the airport. TX Spoon. I haven't gotten to hang out with him in a while. And he just like, his flight was super late, so like I got to see him. I didn't even know that he was at TwitchCon. I was like, "Oh my god." Oh yeah, and my friend Seth just like randomly showed up. Haven't seen him in forever either. I met him at PAX South. I got to see and meet so many people, but there were always more people that I didn't get to see and didn't get to meet and didn't get to hang out with enough, and it was just, it was really, it's that's always so hard. It's like the more conventions I go to, and the more friends I make, and then that's just more people that I'm going to be disappointed I didn't get to hang out with. Because it's impossible to try and wrangle everyone, because everyone wants to do different stuff. Different friend groups or, you know, have different plans of this, that, and the other thing. It was rough. That's always another negative. It would be like a full-time job. Not the badges. They were giving out affiliate patches that were spelled affiliate. I got you. Are you taking a break? Totally forgot. So yes. And I'm gonna eat cereal. Yeah, there was so much left over. Can't wait to see all the pixels and character creation. Unlimited frames. Yeah. I think it's weird, like, even though, like, I know Sacriel's real name, right? I mean, a lot of people do. But it always weirds me out when people call him by his first name. I guess maybe I weird some people out when I call... I never call Day9 Day9. I call him Sean. Because I watched Metadating and I watched Mostly Walking, and he always introduced himself by his full given name. He always says, "I'm Sean Plott, I'm Bill Grainer, and I'm Sean Bouchard." Like, so, like, I would never call them by their screen names because that's weird to me, because I met them, or, like, I knew of them as their real names. Like, I always call him just Sean. But, like, Sacriel goes by Sacriel. Like, he doesn't advertise his name. So it weirds me out when people are just come in and they're like, "Oh, Chris is getting headshots again," or whatever they're saying. And I'm like, don't call him that. That's weird. Like, because that's not what he's advertising, you know? Yeah, I'm gonna eat on my break. It's almost as pretty as me. Aww, that's actually nice. Yeah, he is Sean. Sean always introduces him as Sean. Right. But it's different if they're like... Right. But Lecta's Lecta and Kid Kerrigan is Carrie. Yeah. I'd definitely totally call you Lecta if I saw you. I know, Trumpet tried to call me by my real name at the first TwitchCon. I was like, what the fuck are you doing? And besides, that year we had 3 people in the group with the same real name, the same first real name, and I was like, no, not happening. Yeah, everyone is, like, however you introduce yourself to me, that is your name forever. So, like, the first thing that I know you by is what you are. Lecta's real name is actually Lady Lecta. It would not be. I would change that. If my real name had Lady in it at fucking all, I would change it. Get that out of there. Your real name is Lecta. I'm just going to dox you and say that. You're Lecta. Yes. Yeah, I appreciate that, Wormy. Like, even Fred calls me Lecta in front of other people. He calls me my real name, like, when it's us in person. But Lecta when we're in front of other people. Lecta Laquishria Bon Kiki Smith. Okay. Anyway, it is past time for me to take a break. So I'm gonna get up and stretch a little bit and get some food. Yeah, you probably do. Most of the day knights know my real name. My real name, Princess Wizard Marcus. Yes. I'm back. Oh, break time. Yep, I'm late. I'm sorry, Joe. I'm sorry. I'll be gone for about 5 minutes. I'm just gonna have a bowl of cereal and then I'll be back.